I would. Hey, Street Fight friends and family. Welcome to the show, guys, gals, non-binary pals. We're back once again. Watch us on twitch.tv/Street Fight Radio every single Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hang with the gang. Let us know what's going on in your world. And if you're in Columbus, Ohio, check out WCRS FM LP, the station. That's the call letters I'm supposed to say. It's just WCRSFM.org, where you can find, honestly, the largest back catalog of Street Fight if you want to go dig that stuff up. But I wouldn't because it's embarrassing. But I'm not you, so you make your own decisions. We are looking to spread this mess across the U.S., and we want to hear from the rest of you this Sunday for our call-in show, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Columbus, Ohio. You can call, let us know what's going on in your world, and what you think about this stuff that we talk on the show. What do you think about it? Let us know. We're here to listen. This is a community that we're building here. And you can find us on social media, Street Fight WCRS, on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And if you want even more of what we do and you want to support the show, it's available at patreon.com/Street Fight Radio to get access to bonus shows and more. And then also we have store.streetfightradio.com if you want to buy stuff. That's how this works. That's how we do this. That's why we do this. From support from listeners like all y'all. Been around for 11 years now and really appreciate it. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Jail Bites, the messy treat that your spouse hates for you to eat. It makes them want to send you to jail. It's so good. Gel bites. Yeah, you going to jail.
Yeah. Okay, I will go to jail.
They're about to throw me in jail, dog.
I've heard. Now that's how my friends used to say it. My four-wheeler friends.
Please, man, I can't go to jail.
My jail. I'm gonna go ride I was riding my four-wheeler out there, and I didn't have my license. I'm gonna go to jail for it now.
It's rough.
Damn it, jail. Yeah, I am having. I mean, one of those weeks where you go to the doctor, which is incredible. I went to the doctor this week, and they took blood from me. Yeah. Now, something I said on the show, or on the POD cast, or maybe both, she didn't stick her finger up my ass, so still kind of worried in that regard.
You wanted that?
I think that's the mark of a doctor, because I'm gonna try and explain this because I tried to explain it before. Okay, here's the thing. My old doctor never stuck her finger in my ass. Not a single one time from 2006 to 2020.
You have to give consent. You have to ask for it.
I didn't want to, but the reason I went to that doctor was because my anxiety had manifested itself in a new way at that time, in which I couldn't pee. So,
okay,
she should have stuck her finger up my ass to see what's doing in that area.
See if she can make you squirt.
So whatever it is. And the thing about it is, if they don't do that, it makes me think that they're squeamish about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like if your doctor's not willing, because it's uncomfortable to stick their finger in your asshole, if they're unwilling to do it because it's uncomfortable, you're not going to get the best treatment possible.
You're looking for a down and dirty freak.
I'm not looking.
Doctor.
I'm not looking for 45. Okay, so when I'm 45, okay. So I got 2 years left before all this happens. See, I was
You've
wondering.
been thinking about it since 2008, though.
6.
You can self-exam if you want, and it could turn into kind of an even more than that.
Might be 2004, actually. I don't remember. 2003, maybe.
Put your finger on the button. It's yourself.
I'm not sticking my own finger up my own ass. I just don't want my doctor to be uncomfortable with ass stuff. Ass stuff.
Play.
It's not play. It's the same thing. My doctor never was like, hey, we're going to put a camera in there and see if you got colon cancer. That never happened. Not one time over all this time. I'm 43 years old. And I've had... Oh, you want to hear a story about the fucking pea hole milk toast pastry? You asked for it. I did have a kidney stone when I was 19 years old, and I had to get surgery. Not the simple surgery where they put you in a hot tub and they blast noise at you. That would have been great. You know what I mean? But instead, the surgery I had to get was they had to put me asleep and go night-night.
Okay.
And then whatever they did while I was under night-night...
Mystery.
I know they rammed something up in my pee hole because
Okay.
I peed like straight up red blood
You got sounded.
when it was done. Something happened.
Sounding is what it's called.
So
You get sounding, but not ass play. That's the kind of relationship you have with the medical community.
yeah.
And I understand.
No, I'm not saying ass play. It doesn't have anything to do with sexual gratification or play. It has to do with I want my doctor to feel comfortable to stick her finger in my ass just in case that has to happen. That's like where I'm at. Like I don't
you're gonna beat her up. They think you're you look homophobic or something. They probably this guy's a cable guy. He's gonna whoop my ass if I do that.
I just don't want her to be squeamish. There you go, squeamish. I don't want her to be a squeamish doctor about stuff. You know what I'm saying? And my last doctor, I believe, was very squeamish. First of all, she used to try to get me to give my blood in there, right? So that they could do labs, and I never did it. And she never asked about it later. She just said, get labs, and then I wouldn't do it because I didn't want to know what was going on in my blood. You got to really fucking force me to do the blood. You gotta fucking just take it from me in the room. You gotta fucking walk up to me while I'm sitting in a doctor's office and say, we're gonna take some of your blood and check it for some stuff. And that's how this doctor did it. So +1 for this doctor.
Okay.
She got blood out of me. She gave me a tetanus shot. I don't even know what the fuck that's all about. I think that was just money. She gave me an HIV test where I was like, not at high risk, but I guess you can give me the HIV test.
People lie about that all the time.
Yeah. And the butt stuff is just the idea of like a thing that is the maximum, most uncomfortable thing that could happen in a doctor's office. That and showing my penis to somebody. And no doctor has asked me to see my penis either.
I just had my penis out today with the doctor, and he had like a fucking microscope, and he was like inches away just looking at the skin of my dick. And I'm just like, what's going on down there, man?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, when I had the kidney stone when I was 19, they looked at my dick all the time. They even put me in a fucking shirt. And after it was over, I had a stent in there. They'd get this stent out of my pee tubes. I don't know the exact words. I just call them the pee tubes. And they put me in like a paper suit gimmick with a hole cut out in where the pee-pee is.
Right.
And they were like, all right, get in the pee-pee suit. So I put the pee-pee suit on. My dick was so small in that moment.
He was trying to hide and run away.
It was terrified.
Yeah.
Okay? And they go like this. All right. They're like, really, this just feels like you have to pee. You know what I mean? All this is going to feel like is you got to take a piss. And then this motherfucking guy pulls out a thing that's like this long.
He's holding up 4 feet right now, everybody.
It looks like
4
the
feet.
thing you take out of a truck for the oil change Like a real long oil change.
Like
gimmick
oil
with
dip?
with
The dipstick?
Oh, I'll tell you what it looks like. You know the do-it-yourself car washes, those guns?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. It looked like one of those fucking guns, right?
Okay.
Little thinner, but long like one of those guns and sprayed water. They're like, man, this ain't gonna hurt. You know, don't be, basically saying don't be a pussy or whatever. So they do it. And I'm going to be fair to them. It did not hurt that much, but I fainted in a chair.
Okay.
And
Like just lean back? Like.
Yeah. And then I was like, I'm okay. I got up, put my pants back on, got my shirt almost back on, fainted again. And then they were like, all right, yeah, just sit down for a minute. You're going to be all right. I'm like, I'm fine. Everything's fine. And plus my wife's not with me. My wife's not with me. My goddamn mom is. No. Yeah. I mean.
Would she have been absent for like the last 18 years up until now?
Yes. Yes. Exactly. That.
This is her big comeback.
She just moved back to Ohio like a year earlier.
Oh no.
And she's with me. She don't fucking know how to deal with none of this stuff.
Doesn't know anything about your medical history. Doesn't know anything about your fucking life.
Doesn't know. I mean, I'm surprised she knows how to spell my name. To tell you the truth. And she's like, I look at her and I'm like, I'm fine. Let's go. And I get up to walk out of the examining room, and I walk out of the examining room. I'm doing fucking really great. I look over at the car wash gun again as I'm walking out.
Oh no!
And then I faint in the hallway.
And like hit the ground, like a plank of wood. Faint?
So hard hit the ground. Like I remember the noise still of fainting. It was like a guy died in the hallway, like so loud. And
so like someone dropped a bunch of furniture.
People were stepping over me. And then the next thing I remember, this fucking doctor or nurse has smelling salts.
Oh, yeah. What is this, the 70s?
And
when was this?
This was in 1990 or 2000. Probably 2000, 2001.
Doctor went and put on a leather glove to smack you back away.
So they get the smelling salts. They have a handful of them. They do the first one. It doesn't do nothing.
And they nitro. Give them the nitro.
And then they
this
try
is a big
another
right
one,
here.
And it doesn't do nothing. And then they go third smelling salt, and it does something. I start to stir, and I go, oh, hey. Oh, I'm fine.
I'm fine. I'm actually fine. I just wanted to get a closer look at this carpet.
I go, I'm fine. And then the fucking nurse starts screaming at me, you can't lay here like this. This isn't a place for you to lay down.
Why?
So
how is she in medicine?
I know.
How is that person in medicine?
This is not a place for you to lay down. They went and got the security guy for the building, and he lifted me up and put me in a chair, and they were just like, just sit here for like a half hour. You know what I mean? And I'm like, just quit reminding me about the dick thing, and I'll be fine.
Like, was it this huge gun? This is what did it? Right here? Is that waving in your face?
It was fucking crazy, though. It really was like, I fainted, and I am promising you that the pain was, on a scale of 1 to 10, 3 being maximum have to pee, right? Because that's painful. Having to pee is painful. A 3. That'd be a 3.
Having to pee is a 3?
Having to pee is a 3.
It's no pain. It should be a 0. Peeing is like
but
a 0.
If you can't pee, let's say you're in a car, you're driving, you can't pee for a half hour.
Okay.
You gotta pee.
That's a 3. Okay.
You think?
That's fair. I'll give you that.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 4 pain. It wasn't even like bad pain at all. It was really all fucking in here, man. And I was like white as a ghost, flipping out. And I'll never forget that fucking lady saying, you can't lay here. You can't just lay here. So
hey, this isn't a resort.
We ain't here to have fun. It's not nap time in here.
It ain't Margaritaville. What are you doing, bud?
Yeah. But I went to the doctor yesterday. Everything seemed normal. They were really, they were pretty like, she was nice.
Did you have to go through a new portal?
I do got a
Doctors
new portal.
love portals.
I
They were
love
talking
the
about what a
portal
time
now.
to be alive. But every doctor has a portal, and geez Louise, they can't wait to get you on there.
I know.
I fucking hate their portals.
My portal currently, I don't know. I'm
They're the
kind of
worst.
looking at it. It's an app.
Yeah. and
That's good, though.
All it ever says is call us.
True.
Anytime you try to get
Fair
anything
enough.
accomplished, it says fucking call us. It's like, why do you go to the... why did you do this? Why did you make an app if you just want me to call you?
Yeah.
You wanted to pretend like you have this new space age thing going on, but it's the same fucking doctor from when I was born. You have to call and talk on the phone.
Yeah, and they want you to call them all the time. But yeah, I got the app, and I'm kind of digging it a little bit.
You go check your charts all day long.
I did check my charts like 3 times today because
like,
they said it
ooh.
because it kept saying normal,
Uh-huh.
and so
That's
my
a boost.
anxiety's been nutty lately,
Sure.
like real fucking nuts.
Look at those lipids. So normal.
Yeah, and so then I looked at it and I was like, you know what, man? This thing's saying I don't have diabetes, which I convinced myself I had. And then this thing's also saying I don't have lipids, which I convinced myself I didn't even know what that was. And I don't have HIV. So that was that was like padding the stats a little bit.
Sure.
You know?
That was a freebie. That's free space.
Yeah. So we got to congratulate the Amazon New York folk.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Amazing work.
They won.
Yeah, incredible job.
They beat JB.
Yeah, I mean, and if you listen to Minion Death Cult, I'm going to be on the show this week talking about some of the comments. But Alexander pointed out correctly that they hired Democrats. Amazon hired Democrats to beat the union. So maybe that's the move. Maybe we pump up these like Democrat think tanks and get companies to hire them as union busters. Because they lose at everything they do.
Oh, they can't win.
They
You're right.
could never.
Yeah, no.
They can't even. They don't even live in a world where it's a possibility. They're just like, we gotta try. We gotta try. And it's like, you're not gonna win.
Who that? Jay Carney? Was that who they hired? Is that one of the guys? I didn't see who they hired, but
No, it was a firm. It was just some Democratic firm.
Good for the Democrats. You know, it's like we're really out here helping. Now they're all
Let me
out there
find out.
taking credit too. They're all feeling all good about themselves. They're like all feeling themselves. Hey, you know, look, a union happened while I'm the president or whatever. So
Global Strategy Group is what they were calling.
oh, so I'm looking at.
Yeah, you know what, Joe? A union happened, and also I get 25 scam text messages a day because
Thank
of
you.
you, Joe.
Thank you.
You know what? I mean, honestly, if Donald Trump did that to him, I fucking like that. I like that he did that.
I mean,
This is why I could never be with Democrats.
yeah.
They don't ever fucking do anything cool or funny.
Don't play dirty at all.
They don't play dirty. They don't want to win. They're the worst.
Well, do you remember, Brett, Jim Cramer?
Of course.
God, he was so good. He was hot in the 90s.
Oh my god.
For sure.
No, the 2000s.
2000.
He
was
also-
hot in the 2000s.
Yeah, because he was the asshole that was telling everybody, like, he was way before Bear Stearns, before it all went down. He was just telling everybody, like, oh, the market's so hot right now. It's just America's in boom time. Put all your money in there.
Yeah.
Put all your money in the market.
Yeah, he and for younger people, Jim Cramer was the guy that made us all like Wall Street stuff.
What was
We
his
were fucking
Mad
going
Money?
nuts. Yeah, we were going nuts for Mad Money because it was just this guy in a fucking like shirt that he was sweating through with the sleeves rolled up, and he's fucking banging on
Yeah.
button like the press your luck button. You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about?
It was like Pee Wee Herman. He would just like run over and grab a phone and be like, buy, sell, buy, and then hang it up. And yeah.
He was screaming, but then he's been chastened, I think, over the years because people were like, hey, I think you were a scammer. I
Yeah.
think that was all a scam that you were doing.
Yeah,
So-
it seems, I mean, most people get on, when you get on the good side of a scam, I mean, you're going to run with it.
So earlier in the week, I'm on Twitter, and somebody, More Perfect Union, the website More Perfect Union, posts this clip of Jim Cramer on TV on CNBC, which the program Squawk on the Street, and we're gonna listen to what he had to say.
Oh, let me get plugged in.
It is a different kind of Jim Cramer, but I was really enjoying this Jim Cramer audio. And here we go.
Scale.
Well, we know that the union work rules are what everything is about. This is the same case with Star.
That's Jim Cramer. He's not yelling. He's chastened. He's a little lower down now. It's a bad day for him, you know?
Yeah, what is he, he sounds like that guy, I don't know if you know him, Bradley Whitford.
Oh, God, I hate that guy. I can't believe you wouldn't think I wouldn't know him. He's a Sorkin head.
Oh, is he?
Oh, he's one of the Sorkin guys. He's one of the big main Sorkins.
Okay. Jim Cramer sounds exactly like him for some reason to me.
Yeah, here he goes. This is so nuts.
Scale.
Well, we know that the union work rules are what everything is about. This is the same case with Starbucks, too. If you can't tell your employees when they work, then you're really not able to have much of an ability to be able to move product or move coffee. And I think that the unions will be in charge of time that you need to work. And that would...
What? What a fucking idiot.
He's just freaking out. He's
never
sad.
Dealt with a union or looked into a union. This is like when we found out Jordan Peterson never bothered to read the Communist Manifesto, all 19 pages of the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing factual about that at all.
No.
There's this is imagining them as like, this is the new gang in town, and all of a sudden they tell Starbucks what to do.
The other guys are the good guys. The Starbucks and their Amazons, they were the good guys. They were the fucking... Oh,
Gee
there's more.
Willikers, we wanted to sell coffee at 3 p.m. and the union won't let us.
There's more. He's so mad.
be dreadful for, very dreadful for Andy Jackson.
And that's just a U.S. picture, right?
Yeah.
They got Europe to think about as well.
You know, look, one of the problems was, Starbucks does indeed have unionized places in the ones that they franchise, but if you can't control the work rules, no one wants to work certain shifts. So you can say, listen, I'm not going to work that shift. And Amazon would not be able to say, yes, you must work it. So that's what
I want to
What is this? Is the worst thing that. What is this? This is hell on earth. This is the apocalypse coming to all workplaces. People will say, I don't like second shift. I never liked second shift, never wanted to work it.
This is a guy who's never worked in his life.
Right.
Because here's the thing. There are people that want to work every shift. That's not even a bullshit. People work overnight. Secondly, union companies have a thing called a shift differential a lot of times that encourages people to work the shifts that most people don't want to work. So if third shift, you get paid 15% more than second shift, gets paid 15% more than first shift. And through seniority, you can work your way to the shifts that people want. That's how union shops work. They don't just, all of a sudden, they aren't just like, well, we got to close the Starbucks because nobody wanted to work at 2:30 today.
There's Billie Eilish is coming to town on Friday, so no one's going to do closing shift. They're all going to go to the concert instead.
It's a guy that sounds so panicked in a weird way too, like where it fucking sounds like he's at a funeral.
It does. It's like it's. Can you imagine? Can Amazon do 24-hour deliveries? Will someone work at 4 a.m? They could say no now. Like, people will do it.
Yeah. No, they'll want to.
Yeah.
But they don't, I think, yes, it will cost the company more. But when you create those shift differentials, I'll say this. Every warehouse job I ever had third shift workers and second shift workers because they paid them more.
This is so cool, though. Like, man, I love this world. I hate when they think stuff up that's better than what we got. If you could just walk in and clock out whenever you want, just do 45 minutes, like it's DoorDash, Just walk in, do 4 hours one day, do 9 hours another day. Never have to be held to any sort of shift. How is shifts going? Why would shifts go away?
Yeah.
Shifts are not going away because of unions.
No, union will say you're not allowed to have a shift. We're sitting at the union table. I'll tell you what, I don't think we should have shifts, to tell you the truth.
Hell no. Hell no.
No, nobody comes in at 7 in the morning. You ever try to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning? It's hard.
This is the Brian union. This sounds like your union.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But that's not the reality of union.
We want to get up and work out and have breakfast and go for a 10 or 15 mile walk. We'll be in at 1 p.m. That's when our shift starts.
Yeah.
We're the union.
Yeah. There's more. There's more of this.
It's time that you have to work.
Our thanks to Dee. We're going to watch developments in New
We
York
have more on
and
the
Alabama.
tech check?
I imagine we will.
Because she's doing amazing work. This is a very important story because one of the reasons why Amazon works so well is because people work when Amazon says you must work.
Okay. There you go. So, this is one of the reasons.
Nobody was doing this. Nobody was doing this before Amazon. They beat the game. They set the pace. They were the crest of the wave. All of a sudden, they told people when to work when it was the most profitable, and it changed the game of employment.
I mean, the fucking thing about it, too, is that, first of all, Starbucks and Amazon have not, lost
anything.
They haven't lost the war even. They've lost a couple of parts of their system. Now, God willing, inshallah, they lose the whole fucking thing. That would be fucking incredible. But they haven't lost. And he goes on TV and he's almost crying because Amazon can't tell people what time they have to work, which is there has never in the history of union labor or any labor been a job where they can't tell you when to work. I have never heard of that in my life.
Yeah, I don't know where this is coming from at all.
Never.
And there's still plenty of time for Amazon to fuck this up so bad that it scares every other distribution facility, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they could do plenty of union busting to make it look like you don't want to do this.
Yes. So did you see the list of work? So Amazon now has an employee communications app where you can talk to the other employees at the place. And you know, what I think is going on here is they don't want you on your phone talking to each other. You know what I mean? The good way.
Right.
Where you can say whatever you want. And they have certain words that they won't allow in the app. Okay. You are not allowed to use slurs or swear words. You know, we're all adults here. Slurs, let's not have slurs in there. But as far as swear words, we're all adults at Amazon. Is Amazon hiring 8-year-olds? Why can't you swear at Amazon?
Can you say, is cracker considered a slur?
I don't know. It's not in this list, but who knows? I'll bet it is actually considered a slur, to tell you the truth. Like, you can see the guy up in the... I can definitely see the board meeting. Yeah. Like, what about cracker?
Why not cracker?
Yeah.
Come on, that's not a slur. It is a damn slur. I don't want to be prejudged for my race. Fine, crackers in.
I gotta go. Here's our list of words that are banned from this app. I hate.
That's not fair.
I know, because
that's the only way I feel about stuff.
Job.
I would never say I like waffles. I would say I hate pancakes.
Thank you. That's how everybody is these days.
Yeah.
It gets the point across.
Yeah, we say what we hate.
Yeah.
That's how we bond. That's how worker morale goes up. Everybody shares what they hate. It's like, oh, we have that in common at least.
Yeah. And I mean, how do you talk about the manager that you... I love. Union, of course, is in there. But union has always been a banned word at every job I've ever had.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that.
Yeah, they always tell you not to.
It's never been okay.
Actually, saw a post the other day on, and who knows if this is true or not, but somebody was at their Panera Bread orientation, and somebody said union in the thing, in the orientation.
Right.
Another guy said, can you sort of explain a union?
Oh man, I would love if I had a time machine, I would transport to that moment.
And apparently the person doing the orientation was like, stop, do not say that. Those are words we do not say at Panera Bread.
That's all they could say.
I mean,
they were just like, no, stop. Shh.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Yeah, I know what a panic attack feels like. And I know that the person running that thing was like when a cop thinks he's touched fentanyl. She almost passed out when a guy said, what is a union? What?
Yeah.
What are some of the details behind union membership?
Yeah. Don't let it get out that they use the U word in Marissa's training class.
Yeah. Fire. You're not allowed to say fire.
What if there's a fucking fire, though?
No, but you say heat.
There's some
heat event.
There's a lot. There's a lot of heat being generated. It's creating a light event.
There's a heat event happening. We got to get outside. Terminated, which is not fair. That's their word.
Terminated.
That's them telling us we're not allowed to use their word because that's what
you can't
fired
say
is.
Jake was terminated. You couldn't text that.
Yeah, no. You couldn't. You not in this app. You can't.
Jake was allowed to move on to more opportunities.
I guess they don't want you saying, because one thing jobs don't like is when you talk about people that got fired or they do not like that conversation at all.
Let's move on, guys. They're gone. They're gone. I know everybody thought it was funny, when they made the boss look like a jerk.
It made me sad that this happened because this guy, I think he was like super caught off guard. He was kind of like a lazy cable guy. He just didn't like do his job well, and he was a sweet guy though. I really liked him.
Yeah. Sometimes you need an office mascot.
Yeah.
Or like a manager for the football team.
This guy spent a month, maybe more, excited as shit about the new Madden game coming out.
Uh-huh.
He would not stop talking about the new Madden game. Freaking out.
How many days away?
This is how many days away it is.
This is the big day. Who are you going to draft first? What's your starting team?
Yep.
Are you playing franchise mode or what are you doing first?
Comes out tomorrow. Hey, new Madden's coming out tomorrow, Fucking day this goddamn Madden comes out, he calls in sick. Says he's sick. And he opens...
Sick of not playing Madden.
He opens with, I know this is going to sound... You know what I mean?
Told on yourself.
Yeah.
Told on yourself.
You don't want to... I know this is going to sound... He got fired the night. And we were kind of talking like, man, I can't believe y'all,
Terminated him
for that. And they were like, we don't talk about this stuff. Maybe that's not why he got fired. And it's like, dude,
what?
We know why he got fired.
Yeah, of course it's why.
He called in because you weren't allowed to call in sick for fakesies. That's a really common. That's actually like a really common thing that people like don't talk about enough. Is like you're not allowed to fake call in sick, even though you have the time. If you lie and say you're sick, that can get you in trouble at a lot of companies. I at least in my time doing it, because I do remember them saying like sick days are for being sick, and if you call in and we find out you're not sick, then you're going to get in trouble, even if you have personal days. Which they always give you way less personal days than sick days because they know you get sick less than personal.
For sure,
it's bullshit.
It's a whole scam.
Yeah,
but yeah, as long as you got to give them plausible deniability.
Yeah. All you got to do is cough on the goddamn phone.
I know. You have to do a routine. You have to do a little bit of a routine for them.
Don't tell everybody your life either.
That's
the Madden. For Mike, my guy I worked with, just you can't go around telling everybody your life, what you're waiting for, what your hopes and dreams are, what you're excited about. You just can't do it. He's telling the manager. He's spending 15 minutes before he gets out in his truck talking to the manager about Madden. It's just like, fuck, dude.
Talking about all the upgrades, all the new things this year.
Yeah. The next thing you're not allowed to say is compensation. That can also go with pay raise. You're not allowed to say.
Okay. So, were people saying that? I'm concerned about the compensation at this warehouse.
Well, compensation... Because I was reading a list of red flags for people who do job interviews.
Oh,
right?
That's an insane Twitter fucking feed.
Yeah.
So the replies are so bizarre.
I'm reading those. And one of the ones I read that really fucking annoyed the fuck out of me.
This is red flags for people that give interviews.
Yeah.
Like when they're hiring somebody, what's a red flag for them?
What are your red flags when hiring? I want your spiciest take only. And I'm trying to find the one that I saw a few minutes asking about salary before we even start an interview. Well, I don't want to fucking sit through an interview if you ain't going to pay me shit.
I'm
What's
not
the fucking point? Like, I don't understand. What's your fucking problem, dude? You know?
Yeah, I'm not going to try to get this job if it's not worth my fucking time.
Yeah. That's crazy. Not so much a red flag, but candidates lose significant points if they have a limp handshake or cannot make eye contact. This is also a woman, not a man, who says this.
So she's a guy's guy. She's a pick-me-ass.
Yeah.
I smoke cigars and drink whiskey. I'm one of the boys.
Yeah.
You need to have a firm handshake or you don't have any balls.
10 years ago in a college entrepreneurship class, I pitched my sweaty startup. They asked me what my moat was. We'll answer the phone and do what we say we're going to do. They told me it was a bad idea and would never scale. We sold that business for 7 figures last year. So that guy did okay. Yeah, it just, I was reading
I like
some
the
of these.
one of them was like this hiring manager used to take people to his friend's restaurant where then they would mess up the order of the person that was interviewing to see how they handled it.
Yeah.
People just think they're on a fucking game show.
Yeah, it is. Job interviews are not a fucking game show. You know, not sure if I like this or not, but a friend told me he asked everyone he interviews to show him their Uber rating and to try to name the last 5 U.S. vice presidents. Ugh. He's in PE and wants to get a sense of 1, do they treat people well? 2, do they know what's going on in the world? I got to name the last 5 vice presidents.
Think
dude.
you can do it?
I got to fucking do it.
Let's.
Kamala Harris. Right?
Uh-huh.
Mike Piss.
Yep.
Joe Biden.
Yep. Joe Brandon.
Oh. Joe Brandon.
Yeah, you know it.
What came before Obama? Oh. Dick Cheney.
Right.
Dick Cheney.
Yep.
And then before Dick Cheney, it was Al Gore.
Wow,
I can do
you're
it.
hired.
But that's hard.
What's your Uber rating?
My Uber rating is probably good. I don't use Uber very much. I don't know. I don't know what my Uber rating is, but that's a stupid thing to ask for. I mean, everybody gives 5 stars to everybody on Uber. It's the 5-star app. You know, the fucking custom on Uber is 5 stars. You're supposed to give everything 5 stars.
It's shorthand.
Yeah. We got bullying, harassment, I don't care, rude, and a personal favorite one here. This is concerning.
This is the stuff that's...
You're not allowed to say these words.
This is the Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.
Wait, go back one more time.
I got bullying, harassment, I don't care.
Harassment? Like you couldn't say... Like
Somebody's
a manager?
harassing
Yeah,
you?
you couldn't say...
No.
I think what Todd is doing counts as harassment.
No, I don't think they want you saying harassment.
They want you going straight to HR where they can cover it up and get you out of there so Todd can keep his job.
Bullying and harassment are 2 things that are like super loaded in like the corporate world.
And they're the only way that... I mean, that's how work gets done. That's the managers do bullying and harassment.
That's also how those are the words we can use to describe something that is serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because it's about like they're taking away the words that people could use to form a union, basically, right? So like whatever they want this conversation to be, maybe they want it to be about boxes or something like that. I don't know what they want the conversation to be, right? So here's a few more. Stupid. This is dumb. Prison, threat, petition, grievance, injustice, diversity. Oof, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to leave out, I gotta say. I think like, isn't that... Wow, diversity.
What would you say if you had diversity training in the afternoon? What if you said, like, sorry, I got late back from diversity training?
You can say it out loud. You're not allowed to write it in the app.
That's what I mean.
But I'm saying when you're communicating with other people, they don't want you talking about diversity. That you can, out loud, you can say all this stuff, but they don't want you privately communicating about the diversity of the Amazon warehouse, you know? Ethics. Fairness.
Ethics? Is this like a philosophy thing now?
They don't want you talking about it. Accessibility.
What?
Here's another good one. Vaccine.
No.
You're not to talk about who has the vaccine.
Yeah.
You know. I haven't been in a workplace in years, but I'm telling you right now, everybody at work is talking about vaccine. Who has the vaccine and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both sides, you know, like who has it, who doesn't. Senior ops. Yeah, they don't want you talking about the people in the offices.
Right.
Right?
Operations.
Oh, God. Living wage.
Yeah, I can see that.
Representation. Unfair. Favoritism. Rate. I don't know what that is. Tot. T-O-T. Unite/unity. Now, here comes some interesting ones. Plantation. Slave.
Oh, no.
Slave labor.
Yeah, they know.
Master.
So they got all these from looking at what people were actually saying on the app, basically. This is people's opinion of their job.
Yeah. You shouldn't have to ban those. I don't think if you're banning slave labor and master and plantation, you got like a problem with the culture in your company.
Yeah.
That people don't love it that much. Here's some good ones. Concerned, freedom, restrooms, which
Wow.
we know
yeah.
they don't like. They are hung up on restrooms. Period.
They swear it's not happening.
Yeah. Robots, trash, committee, and coalition. Those are the words. You are not allowed to use those words at Amazon on their stupid app. So that says I felt like the reason I wanted to read that list is because I really did feel like that says a lot about how they see their employees.
Yeah.
How their employees see the job, and what they don't want people talking about. You know what I mean? Like when you don't want people talking about compensation at a job, which we know management never wants us talking about compensation at a job. We know that. We've been told that through our whole life. But like when you just say it out loud, it becomes very fucking weird. So Starbucks is another place that's in a situation right now.
gotta say, as much of a piss poor attitude I have about most things, I mean, unionizing this workforce could change a lot of attitudes in people, for sure. Mm-hmm. And I like to see working people get into it, not just college people, because college people aren't going to do shit for us.
Fucking Starbucks and Amazon are two. I mean, I couldn't think of two better places. I really can't think of two better places to start unionizing than Amazon and Starbucks. It's
and
just,
to make it a regular thing, regular day-to-day thing, protections at work, expectations that like the richest guy in the fucking world takes care of you, you know, and that you aren't living in fucking squalor.
In a town hall meeting on Monday aimed at Starbucks workers amid a massive union drive, failed presidential candidate and Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz revealed a development that he hoped would excite workers. Crypto.
No. What?
In a clip from Partner Open Forum held on Monday and shared on Twitter by Jordan Zakarian, a reporter and producer for progressive news outlet A More Perfect Union, Schultz awkwardly asked multiple times if anyone in the audience was a digital native, and then went back on script and asked if anyone had followed what has been happening with NFTs or participating in investing in NFTs.
Where was this?
This was at their work forum. Starbucks was holding a thing called the Partner Open Forum because Howard Schultz just came back to Starbucks. And for people that don't know, they brought him back because he defeated a union drive years ago. Like he wrote in his book that like one of the things that I guess he's kind of proud of and one of his big accomplishments was like thwarting union attempts back when he was doing it. Actually, let's just listen to him say it. That's even more fun.
Okay.
So here we go. Come on, Howard. Let's hear it. Howard Schultz roundly hated man. Yeah, but people really hate this guy too. I just want to make sure that people remember when he was going to run for president and people said just no. I've never seen a guy get turned down like that in my entire life. We had so much fun watching it.
Straight up no.
Yeah, just nah.
Okay, let me give you another tidbit. I shouldn't say this, but what the? Okay. I'm not a digital native, obviously. Raise your hand if you're a digital native.
What? Why?
That's not a very strong hand.
What does that mean? Do you know what that means at all?
I guess that you've lived your life online. I don't know. I mean, I guess you'd have to be young to do that, right?
And he's asking people in the audience to raise their hand, and they're like if you could see the video, nobody's raising their hand because they don't fucking have any idea what he's talking about.
It means you had computers like your whole life.
Oh, okay. Well, I had computers my whole life. I'm 43.
Who's a digital native? No one?
Yeah, because they don't care.
Digital native.
They want a union, bro.
You're not also like you're not allowed to say yourself as a native. Don't put teepees and dream catchers on shit either. Stop calling yourself a fucking native.
Yeah, don't call things your spirit animal.
Yeah.
That one makes me uncomfortable now because people pointed out how uncomfortable it is, and it's used so much. So much.
It's why I don't date white women that are my age.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get in arguments about dream catchers and spirit animals, and it happens every fucking time I'm around one.
I'll let a dream catcher go. Spirit animal, I thought we all talked about how we're not going to do that. And then, I've seen, official work videos on YouTube and stuff saying, what's your spirit?
Yeah, I know. They think it's
you're like, damn,
cheeky
dude.
and fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
People have followed what has been happening with NFTs.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice fucking turds.
How many people?
Not fucking taking it.
NFTs have taken over so much, though. There's this beer that I like called Voodoo Ranger. And when I'm at the drive-thru, the sign is just 7 different skeletons that's the same drawing, but with different Fortnite hats and shirts and shit on them.
Yeah.
And when I went to the Cleveland Museum of Art, one of the biggest exhibitions I watched, newest, was just somebody that had painted the same character with it just looked like video game skins on them. Different hair, different accessories, just that kind of stuff.
NFTs.
People have participated in investing in NFTs.
They've lost a ton of money. Waka Flocka Flame got a request to buy his NFT, and he clicked on it and lost $500,000 just by clicking on a request for an NFT.
Yeah, yeah, and also he's talking to people that work at Starbucks. NFTs are expensive.
Yeah, wait, work for him this is the employees or the
This is employees, a partner.
Yeah, they're not buying NFTs.
No.
Nobody has $100,000 for a monkey picture.
They're trying to get a union. They are actually trying to organize a union.
They'll buy one. We'll buy NFTs with them, Howie.
Yeah.
Once we get our union.
For now. Okay. So if you look at, I try to be a student with all this, not being a digital native. If you look at the companies, the brands, the celebrities, the influencers that are trying to create a digital NFT platform and business, I can't find one of them that has the treasure trove of assets that Starbucks has.
What?
From collectibles to the entire heritage of the company.
What?
Who knows what you're...
What does that mean?
Here's the secret. Sometime before the end of this calendar year, we are going to be in the NFT business.
Woo! Yeah!
He made them.
We did it.
This is a guy talking to people who are actually unionizing. It is so funny to me that he's like, NFTs. We're going to get in the NFT business. You will fucking love that. What does the NFT business have to do with a barista? What did they? Why?
And also, well, Psychic Gasoline has a great point here. He would never ask who here can afford to invest their money, but even more to just be like, who right now has $100,000 of investable assets? Would you ever say that to your baristas if you knew how much they actually make? If you knew what they really, really made? Would you ever ask who has $200,000 in liquid income to put into new emerging markets? You know.
I mean, I will tell you this. Maybe the reason he asks that question and doesn't know is because he can't imagine how much an NFT is, if that makes sense. Like that like he knows that there are these things called NFTs.
Yeah.
And he thinks, well, they're pictures on the computer. What's that? Probably got to cost like 13 cents or something like that.
Right.
Like he doesn't fucking know how much they are. And $100,000 is nothing to Howard Schultz.
Oh no.
What?
I had in my Google, the Google search, I had Jim Cramer's name in there, and I typed in OpenSea right after it and hit enter, and there's a Jim Cramer NFT. So it's only $64.
Okay.
So they are affordable, I guess.
That is true.
The Polypunks NFT for $64, you can get the worst drawing of Jim Cramer I've ever seen.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if you want to toss $64 there, you know, I would. I
thought the prices came down. I didn't realize the prices come down so much.
So I got two more things here, and we'll end the show. Weird couple of political ads came out this week in Ohio.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. People that listen to the show, make sure you get your bats and your gunpowder and your steaks and forks and knives. Like this, we have to go mob on them.
They're crazy.
Don't say gay stuff and like the abortion stuff. I mean, it's going to be time to put it all on the line. It feels like it's just right around the corner. There's no way we can put up with this.
Yeah. I mean, I try to find out, like, what...
Burn down the schools if we can't say gay in them. They're bad buildings.
Well, yeah. I think the don't say gay stuff is... I mean, it just is like the kids are already saying it. Like, it doesn't matter. You can... These fucking dipshit conservative losers can call you groomers or whatever like that. But they're just... Once again, they're fucking behind. You know what I mean? And now it's groomer instead of cuck. And, you know, because they're selling, like, the Disney groomer shirt and shit like that. It's fucking stupid, you know?
Okay, so I did that Minion Death Call episode. Did you hear about Andrew Giuliani?
Nope.
Andrew Giuliani is running for governor of New York. In front of a crowd full of people, he said, I changed my own daughter's diapers. I looked under the hood. She's a girl.
Okay.
Publicly, like in front of the news.
And people are just like, that was normal.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking at my daughter's pussy the other day.
Right?
It's a pussy. I've seen it.
Nothing bizarre about it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I can
it looks
guarantee.
like all the other pussies I've seen.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of pussies, too.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it sounds like he's saying.
He also said on the first day that he said, day one, when he brought her home from the hospital, he said, I'm going to be your boyfriend until you're 25. Do you agree? And she grabbed his finger.
Yeah.
And he reported on that as like a deal that his daughter cut with him.
Yeah, that whole fucking weird fucking...
Purity call and purity balls.
Yeah.
Your dad takes you to a dance.
Yeah.
You should be arrested.
You should be arrested, number one.
Not by the cops right now, but by our SJW cops.
Or even like just like, why do you want to go to a dance with your daughter anyway? That's just on the other side. My daughter goes to dances. I have no interest.
Yeah.
Period in that. Like, you go do what you do.
Right.
What is that dance like? What do you think that dance is like? Dads don't talk to their daughters. Most dads.
It's creeping me out, man. Just to think about like, holding your daughter by your teenage daughter by the small of her back and like ballroom dancing with her.
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know what happens at the dance. Like, that is... In my mind, the weirdest thing about it is, like, dads and daughters can, like, do all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
and have a lot of fun and like shoot baskets and shit like that. You know what I mean? But like
even the girl stuff, even
Yeah.
the pedicures and
Play
manicures
dolls.
and play dolls and anything else besides go to a romantic dance together.
Yeah, it's really weird to me to think about like I'm gonna go to a dance that's kind of like the prom. I'm gonna do it the other with my mom. Me and my mom are gonna
Right.
go to a dance that's kind of like the prom, and I'm gonna have a ring that ties me to my mom, and I can't even
Disgusting.
imagine the daughters want to do it.
Of course they don't.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Well,
like, I don't think any
kids get brainwashed. You can't do anything
Yeah.
about that. Some people think it's normal, but I bet it fucks you up for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Well, as a dad, I'm saying as a dad, I wouldn't want to do it. It seems silly and gross. You know?
Yeah, it's totally inappropriate.
Yeah,
As a father, it's completely fucking inappropriate.
it is. So here's Josh Mandel's latest ad. These ads have like just a theme that I wanted to get out there.
Critical race theory is crap.
Martin Luther
Wait, let me go back.
Critical race theory is crap.
Martin Luther King marched right here, so skin color wouldn't matter.
I didn't
What?
do 2 tours in Anbar province, fighting alongside
He's in Alabama.
Oh.
Hold on, I want to start this over because I like the sassy lady at the beginning.
The Josh Mandel thing?
This is Josh Mandel.
Is this the one he's on the bridge? He's on
Yeah.
the Selma Bridge?
Yeah, yeah. I like the lady at the beginning.
Critical race theory is crap.
Martin Luther King
Crap.
marched right here.
She's the most Ohio representation I've seen on anything. Really.
Yeah.
Like that
It's
is
all crap.
That's everybody's mom.
It's a bunch of crap.
That's critical race theory. I'll tell you what it is. A bunch of crap. I'll tell you.
The skin color wouldn't matter.
I didn't do 2 tours in Anbar province, fighting alongside Marines of every color, to come home and be called a racist. There's nothing racist about stopping critical race theory and loving America.
Pro-God, pro-gun, pro-Trump.
I'm Josh Mandel, and I approve.
Man, I'd love to see his head get snapped off the neck.
I know. And don't
Just broken like a pencil.
how uncomfortable is the pro-Trump? Like,
I
don't
know,
put
see-
that in your fucking ad.
It's embarrassing.
I know. Joe Blystone is Trump's guy. He's a cowboy that looks weird. Josh Mandel's been around forever. You know, we've been yelling at Josh Mandel for 10 years.
I
over
wouldn't.
here.
I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare put another politician above me. It looks bad. It looks weak.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird. Also, just that commercial was weird, but then JD Vance also released a commercial this
Oh my
week.
God, Ohio is just heating up.
We're a mess. It's all
I
messed
know.
up
We
here.
have to once again, people, get combat ready.
Listen to this guy. Listen to how he opens his commercial. All right, here we go.
Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans?
They're opening that all of their ads now are just like, hey, they're always calling you racist. Can you believe it? Even when you,
The problem is that there's a lot of people that proudly will say they're racist, that they're kind of ostracizing.
a little bit. Proudly.
Oh,
say
goddamn,
they're-
I am racist then. Being against critical race theory makes me racist. I'm racist.
Yeah. You are shutting off the crucial racism vote.
Yeah, you
know.
need those.
Yeah, they do.
I guess they know they got him, though.
Yeah. I mean, Katie's dad says he's racist all the time. I don't think he's voting for JD Vance. You know?
Yeah.
Like, he's not voting for any of these guys.
Yeah, JD's trying to do the compassionate conservative ass thing.
But why are they so obsessed with, like, this is the most I've ever seen the ads go in this.
It's
direction.
wearing on them.
Yeah, they're getting
Their families are all mad.
Yep.
I mean, they're literally fighting against, like, black and brown voices being heard in the classroom. And they have to then, at that point, just declare that it's not for racist reasons.
Yeah. Are you racist? Do you hate Mexicans? Those are the two first things he says in the thing. There's
I'm
more.
not racist, but I do hate Mexicans.
Yeah.
For wanting to build Trump's wall.
I'll go back.
The media calls us racist for wanting to build Trump's wall.
Well, that's because it's
They
racist.
censor us, but it doesn't change the truth. Joe Biden's open border is killing Ohioans, with more illegal drugs and more Democrat voters pouring into this country.
I don't know. Those two things, to me, got me good.
Democrat voters and, like, cocaine are the same.
Yeah, fentanyl
They're
and
poison.
Democratic voters are just fucking rolling into
Poison.
Ohio. Yeah.
Look at, they're destroying our communities. Democrats, they come in, they tax and spend, goes nowhere. They give all the money to
It's one of the
freeloaders.
It's
And
such a weird thing now that they are, like, so frustrated that people are calling them racist now that they are just, now their commercials have to be, hey, I'm not racist. Are you racist? I mean, you know.
say it if you're racist. I'll stand here and proudly say I'm not racist.
Yeah.
This issue is personal. I nearly lost my mother to the poison coming across our border. No.
Wait, his mom was his mom was off the Fenty?
I don't think so. What? Let me look at
Opioids?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Opioids.
JD Vance. This is JD Vance. I
But
forgot.
he's blaming-
He made his whole career off his mom.
Yeah, he's blaming opioids. He's blaming the illegal.
Right. He's not blaming
trade.
the Sackler family.
Yeah,
His
not-
mom was on OxyContin, prescription OxyContin.
Mm-hmm.
Fentanyl that's coming over now is not the same. So that's the Sackler family that did that to your mama.
And he would never give them anything. That like those
no.
people did nothing wrong. Sacklers did nothing wrong. That like a guy that just says that.
Yeah, protest sign.
Yeah, so we got two conservative guys, definitely doing great here. They're loudly saying that they're not racist, and let's see what Joe Blystone's up to, just real quick. See if he has a new ad before we get out of here. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm wondering if any of the other states could have maybe stopped all of that shit from getting here, all the way from the border. You know.
I feel that way. Yeah.
I don't feel. Yeah, I'm not certain that the border is a big problem for me. Maybe to the north?
Not to Ohio, no. There's none of that. Yeah, Canada, I mean...
Canada's the border to me.
Like, I don't know what Canada's doing up there. Maybe. Here's our newest Joe Blystone.
Good Lord. He's a wimp.
Ohio
is in trouble. Violent crime is on the rise.
What?
While
Where?
bribing us
Fucking
with
where?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't... None of this.
Violent crime hasn't been on the rise in a very, 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 very long time. I mean, it ebbs and flows. Like, maybe there's more violent crime than there was last year, but in all, it's lower.
Oh, yeah, it's a down. Yeah, it's way down from where it was. But, right, the pandemic pushed the numbers up a little bit.
Yes. Yes.
But still not anywhere near where we were before.
Here he goes.
Public education is turning into indoctrination.
How so?
Freedoms stripped away, only to be given back if we comply.
That's a
this
vaccine.
guy sucks.
Yeah, he's got a bad
what
voice,
the fucking
too.
What's wrong, man?
I thought he was a cowboy.
The voice is so bad.
There's
zero inflection.
Yeah, and he has no cowboy in his
No
voice
tenacity,
at all.
no grit.
I don't hear any cowboy.
I don't hear any determination.
I'm more cowboy than Joe Blystone.
Has he ever eaten a can of beans in his fucking life?
Probably. Probably not. I'm telling you, he's a Duck Dynasty guy. He's just
He's
like
absolutely a
Duck
Duck Dynasty. Yeah. He wanted to pretend like he's a big man. He was feeling real insecure at the local bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And decided he'd don a country hat.
Well, you put on a cowboy hat and people believe it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times. If you put on a cowboy hat, then people will believe it.
I think you put on a cowboy hat, you should have to defend it.
I do too.
I think someone should have a fucking pile of rope ready to go to see how you do.
Yeah. But people are kind of I do think people are like kind of like, if you wear a cowboy hat and a bolo tie, people believe it. They think you're a badass.
Sure, you're from the Southwest or something.
Yeah.
While bribing us with our God-given liberties. State spending is out of control, while the elites close down small businesses.
Okay.
While happening right under our noses.
I mean,
politicians using big tech to silence citizens.
What?
Corruption is right out in the open. They only want power, and they don't want to give it back.
Okay, so going back to the small business thing, I mean, so much money is generated from the elites by people that are like, I'm going to open an American flag store, and I'm going to take a $50,000 loan out on it. I'm going to take a $100,000 loan on it. Small businesses have never been the fucking enemy.
No.
Of the elites.
No. They just think they're just saying like all the restaurants are Chili's now, which that's because they only go to Chili's.
Right.
You know what I mean? That doesn't have anything to do with us. We're all trying all the other stuff.
Right.
These guys,
you're a Chili's person. You only go to Fridays. That's why there's only Fridays.
You only eat at chains because you feel safe at the chain. Is really the thing, you know?
Yeah, and I guess it's also saying that like the elites, because of mask mandates or something.
That's what they're talking. He's talking about vaccines and
killed small businesses.
Yes.
Shuttered them.
Yeah.
It's time to do something about it. I'm Joe Blystone, running for governor of the state of Ohio.
He's on it.
Governor, you couldn't run a goddamn county fair. You don't sound like you know how to do shit.
He doesn't.
You don't sound confident in the least.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't sound like a tough guy at all. He has no, and he's run. Listen, I don't think people have to sound like a tough guy. That's not a thing in my head.
But we heard the other ones we were going up against. Josh Mandel sounded tougher than him.
Yeah, Josh Mandel sounds like he could fuck Joe Blystone up in a fight. Yeah.
To weed out corruption, we need to ensure that we can trust our elections. Our public schools should educate, not indoctrinate. Ohio's...
What is this? I hate... I mean, it's like... Here's the thing. It's like... So, kindergarten through third grade, there's 2 moms that bring one of my kids' classmates to school, and it's... No one's allowed... Everyone's just supposed to ignore it. Like, we're going Catholic about it. We're doing the Irish thing here and just ignoring it and pretending like there's no problems in the family or that, like, people don't exist.
Yeah.
And in 4th grade, it's allowed to say, oh, yeah, I've had 2 moms the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, you're not allowed. They do not want. I mean, I don't know what teaching without indoctrination is. I think their thing is like just teach them how to add and subtract. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they want them to do.
Don't tell them that there's alternative lifestyles. Don't tell them that there's anything more than being a conservative, angry piece of shit that lives in Ohio.
He's definitely not going to win. Ad blocker in the chat said he's going to win. He doesn't have a chance to win.
He has nothing going for him.
Yeah, he stinks. We're going to get a bad governor, but it's not going to be him.
Right. It'll be worse.
Yeah.
It'll be like a guy that's actually confident and can do shit.
A respectable guy.
To fuck us up.
That's going to fuck us up.
Some Republican that will,
Well, that's Street Fight for the week.
Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and you'll join us again. And we will be back on Sunday night taking phone calls from all y'all. So do it. 8 p.m., 10 p.m.
Hey, if you look at my Twitter, MurderXBrian, I put the singlet on. So there is singlet pictures out there, baby.
Singlet pictures are coming to social media. Brian raised enough money to get ketamine shot into his veins. In a medical way.
Starting tomorrow. I'm doing it first tomorrow. I'm ready. I'm scared.
We'll see. And we'll see you later. Peace.